Good evening, LinkedIn family. How are you doing today? I hope those of you who are in US, you are safe. I know a few people in Florida, and my thoughts are going to you. I want to talk about why it's time to upgrade your leadership mindset. And I want to start with a question. Have you noticed what's going on in the world right now and how those economic or macroeconomic factors affect your own wallet, your private life, the life of your family, and the life and the happiness of your employees? Have you paused and really reflected on that? I have. And I see how people panic. I see when I was going out, flying out to UK earlier this week, that people were still talking about the war. And flying back last night, the leaders, I was in business class, the leaders who sat in business class together with me, they studied the newspapers of the very likely energy outages, right? We, at least in Denmark, and I guess in all other countries in Europe, will face. Papers read, articles read about Russia, all the trouble that we have, and that's going on. See, I didn't ask them what was really going on when they read the articles, but I was observing how carefully the articles were read. And I decided to once again talk about and remind you and suggest to you that now it's time to level up. If you are a leader, you want to be in control. And I talk about control from the positive perspective. It's about being in control of how you show up. There was a woman last week who told me, but it's okay sometimes to show that you are happy or sad. Yes, it is, but you want to be in control. It's not that your feelings control you. That happens when you have an unconscious awareness of how you show up. The world is in crisis. We are facing a new normal over the winter, and it's hitting us now. Newspapers are talking about this, right? And I don't laugh because I think it's funny, but it's tragic comic. In this one article in a leading Danish newspaper, a CEO was interviewed, and he was quoted. That was big quotation with him. I hope this won't panic people. There was 2 pages about how to prepare when the fire, not the fire, how to prepare when the energy, the electricity was going to be paused for 2 hours with no warning. If that is not a crisis, if that is not panicking people, what else? See, so instead of panicking, great leaders, we find and we tap into inner peace. We know what to be true, and we have the destination in mind. And what you want to learn, and really what you want to level up now, is your conscious awareness. If you are really up for more success, if you are a people person, people manager, who not only manages people, but also want to shape the future of the future and the company of tomorrow, You want to level up your conscious awareness. It's all about your mind. Your mind is that, how do you view the world? What perspective do you look through? What is the lenses? What are the glasses? Right? What glasses do you wear? So, going back to the question why it's time to upgrade your leadership mindset, I think the world is telling you right now it's a matter of whether you are willing to upgrade your leadership mindset. You see, next week I'm hosting my final free webinar about the importance of leveling up your leadership mindset. I invited a lot of people to this, people in my private network. And someone said, Camilla, it's not for me. And they are leaders. If leaders don't take themselves seriously, who will then take you seriously? Think about that when you go to bed tonight. If you don't want to bet on yourself, if you don't want to invest in yourself to level up, who do you think will invest in you? I don't think there's so many. But you get the opportunity to be willing to grow, willing to be vulnerable, because it all starts with you. If you want more success without harder work, it all starts with you. And success ends with you, right? Remember that. I don't talk about this just because I want you to join my webinar. I'm talking about this because there is a sense of urgency now. Like if I was doing the change management stuff, there's a burning platform. And the platform is burning now. People are panicking. Where I live, over the weekend and days into this week, planes have been landing over our house, our area. People start panicking. Is it the Russians coming? What the heck is going on? If we as leaders are not in control of how we show up, how can we lead our people? How can we monitor? How can we motivate our people to perform the best? And how can we meet our people where they are if you haven't learned to control your thoughts, haven't learned to read yourself, haven't learned to be conscious aware of how you react in the moment, how you listen without judging people, what language you use, what words do you use, what energy you use, right? If you haven't learned that now, if you don't master that, it's all about awareness, about your mindset. How on earth are you going to be a successful leader in the months to come? I know I might be challenging you. I know I might be pushing you, but I'm sharing with love because I care. I can't care for all the people who are on our planet, but I can care to take accountability and talk about this. We're talking about great leaders and not so great leaders. And I put not so great leaders in one bucket. It's about the good leaders and the bad leaders. And I know some of these good leaders, they're leveling up right now because they are on my mastermind program and they are working with my peer coaches, top coaches. But I also know there is opportunity for more leaders to step up and take accountability and take the leadership stick and say, I am willing to up level or level up so I can lead success. This is about embracing your people, right? Remember this. And I know I go against the wave here because so many companies send their employees, their heads on various AI, Scrum, change management, ProSci, ADKAR, whatever, right? I know you're being asked to do these courses, but time may be now And I think it's time now to invest your own money in yourself. Because also, because of the crisis that we have right now, companies don't really invest in the soft skills. But you see, you need the soft skills in order for you not only to survive, but to thrive and to surrender to create more impact. And if you invest in yourself and you level up, you will outperform all those people, all those leaders who don't want to invest in themselves. All right? You will outperform all those leaders who don't want to invest themselves. They're not willing to invest in themselves. If you want to learn more, if I push, you will love, because that's what I do. I don't push to be on friends, I push us to be friends and to be connected. If you want to be curious, if you are already curious, you felt spoken to, that yes, this is me, come join my last webinar last Thursday. It will be my last free webinar on why you want to level up your thoughts and why you want to control your thoughts, because every starts from within. Then you can come and be inspired. Then you can find, okay, am I really stepping up to great leaders, to become a great leader, or I just don't care? I'm sorry, I'm challenging you right now, but I see we are facing a new challenge, a new normal. The new normal is being shaped as we're talking, right? Come join my next webinar. I would be delighted to have you on that call that almost 600 people have attended. If this speaks to you, click the registration link. I'm going to put it in now. Hey, thanks for joining. So tap in, right? Tap in and claim your free seat. Come join, be inspired, engage in the conversation, because I have an open floor. And it will not be the same conversation as I did 2 weeks ago, because I am in the flow, I'm in the moment, and I'm talking about the moment of truth as I talk about that. And the world is changing so fast that we can't even remember what the crisis was last 2 weeks ago, what the newspaper was all about, right? But we are facing a mountain. And then my mountain can be amazing for you to climb if you have inner peace, if you have direction, and if you know where you're going, because then you can motivate your people to climb the same mountain as you. Or you may want to and choose to get stuck. It's up to you. You always have a choice. But please don't say this is not for you. You're in leadership role, and if you pick that, take up your accountability, right? Stand tall and show the world that you know how to take and lead your people through another crisis. And there will be more crises coming our way. Corona is coming in, winter's tipping in our parts of the world. This will be a hot winter, but we can go through it with head high and an amazing group of thriving employees if we just dare and are curious to step up, willing to take what it takes, willing to go that extra mile and look inwards rather than look outwards to the outer world. It's our choice. It's your choice. I'll be delighted to see you next week. Remember to click on the link. I'm always here to serve if you have any questions. My name is Camilla Kalberg from Kalberg Coaching. I'll be delighted to support you on your journey. If I can do it, you can too. So just go rock your day. Enjoy.